9 takeaways in group play to get here, so it'll be interesting who can impose their will in that field. Will Skimbo avoid the turnovers, or will Stickwork force them?
So this final set of games here for Group B. That is going to be Stickwork representing those Chicago Bears in those white uniforms. Skimbo in his Patriots blue. And Stickwork will start off with the football at the 27-yard line. We talked about it being 1 versus 100 in that last game, W versus Stickwork. That 100 ranking is a little deceiving though, RG. Stickwork just turned 18 in January. He wasn't even eligible to collect series points. So talk to me about that. How great is it to be a rookie coming into this thing, finally eligible?
Well, interesting fact is Stickwork could have easily qualified for any of our first 2 events, the Madden Classic or the Madden Challenge. However, like you said, he wasn't old enough at the time, therefore he wasn't allowed to play in single elimination. But if you looked at the leaderboard, he was a guy that could have potentially been eligible for a spot straight to group play, which only the top 4 players on the leaderboard get. So there's no doubt that the kids had the skills. He just wasn't able to play. Now that he's 18 years old, first shot, makes it to a live event, he's putting in a lot of work.
Finally with eligibility to play in the Madden Championship Series. As he runs the ball there on 2nd down, and Skimbo snuffs it out in the backfield, bringing up a 3rd and 5 here for Stickwork.
And this game has a lot of implications, AJ. To make it out of your group and to advance to the next round, each player that's here today has guaranteed themselves $2,000. But if you can make it out of your group and be in that top 8, you guarantee yourself at least $6,000. So this is potentially a $4,000 game for Stickwork, and he's getting AP the ball early and putting in work.
AP fumbling, but it goes out of bounds. Skimbo wanted that one. The ball rolls out of bounds, and they mark it just shy of the 1st down. So Stickwork is going to go for it early here. We have an early 4th and inches attempt in the goal line form. Skimbo crowding the box. He has the man behind the line of scrimmage, and Adrian Peterson will not get it.
Wow, Mike Skimbo, and he has been known for having prolific goal line defense, as you see them swarm right there and stopping the run. But the best thing about Skimbo's goal line defense is he's shown time and time again that it's also built to stop the sneak. In high-level Madden, you rarely see people that have defense that can stop the sneak and the run. Skimbo's one of the people that has that type of defense.
So Skimbo takes over here. Colt McCoy throwing it to Tevin Coleman, that 91 overall Tevin Coleman, picking up 6 yards on the play. Skimbo wastes no time, breaking the huddle again. McCoy out of the gun, pressure from the left side, completes a pass to the left. That is Virgil Green, just shy of a 1st down, 3rd and inches the call.
Yeah, and Stickwork pretty much giving Skimbo free points unless he can force a turnover. Getting stopped on that 4th down doesn't only change the possession, it changes the possession in a situation where Skimbo's already in field goal range. So a lot of pressure on Stickwork, the youngin, early in this game. Uh-oh.
Toss to Tevin Coleman. Coleman has speed, stiff arms. And he's finally brought down at the 19-yard line, but a nice 1st down scamper there by Skimbo.
I'll tell you what, though, good stick work by Stickwork to set the edge with his linebacker himself. That could have been a touchdown had he not got out there with his linebacker, set the edge, and made the tackle.
Skimbo, as we can hear him mic'd up there, not happy that his wide receiver doesn't hang on to the football over the middle. You don't get all of those.
Look at Stickwork. Look at the focus of the young buck. 18 years old, youngest player in the competition, going up against one of the seasoned veterans in a situation where he could win in advance.
You talk about Madden, if you want to call him a rookie prospect, he is a top prospect, that is for sure. Just qualifying now due to age for the Madden Championship Series, as we said.
Well, it's like
he's already at his 1st major.
I mean, think of the situation, AJ. You win one more game like we talked about, and you guarantee yourself $6 grand. I wish when I was 18 years old, I could have won a couple of games of Madden and just won 6 like that. So great opportunity for Stickwork. Let's see if he can capitalize on it and really make a name for himself by advancing out of this group.
I was working at a movie theater, I think, 17, 18.
Good defense.
Definitely wasn't looking at $6 grand on the line.
Wow.
And a slide there by Skimbo behind the line of scrimmage brings up a 4th and 12. Looks like he's going to take his 3 here.
And that just shows how high level Skimbo is. Most players, you see that and you're like, oh, sack, no big deal. But so few people who play Madden have the thought process to, hey, I'm just going to slide with my quarterback behind the line of scrimmage, take a sack, and avoid the big hit. That's very smart football by Skimbo. The way that he did that to give up with his quarterback when you're behind the line of scrimmage is you hold the left trigger, the right trigger at the same time, and you tap that X button, and your quarterback will either slide or give up, and that's exactly what Skimbo did to protect his quarterback, avoid a fumble, and get the 3 points, capitalizing off the 4th down stop he made on Stickwork's first drive.
Alex Smith breaks the huddle into the I formation. Adrian Peterson lined up at running back. Stickwork likes to use that running back. He was excited to get him in his draft champions draft here. Motioning the tight end back and forth. Playing mind games with Skimbo.
There he goes,
Hand off to Peterson. Peterson has some space. Breaks 1 tackle. Brought down by Neal at the 33. Big run there, RG.
Yeah, big run by Stickwork, and that's what you want to do if you're Adrian Peterson. You want to get the ball in the hands of your superstar in space. And we talked about earlier that Skimbo has been known to have some suspect run defense, and it looks like Stickwork's trying to take advantage of that early. And the big thing is that run got him into field goal range, AJ. So now worst case scenario, unless there's a turnover, is Stickwork can tie this game and slowly move to get a touchdown. Once you get into field goal range, it's very relieving, AJ, because you know you can guarantee yourself some points and you can kind of open up your play calling a little bit. He's got to be feeling good about himself.
Stickwork usually likes to pass the ball about 71% of the time, but he did not get the playbook he wanted in the draft. So we're seeing a lot more of running the ball from him out of that playbook that he got.
What he's claiming was actually a very amateur mistake, and it showed his lack of experience. He said during the draft process, he tried to pick the Seattle Seahawks playbook and accidentally selected the Dallas Cowboys playbook, which is more of a run-heavy type of offense.
Well, one thing is for sure, he adapted to it very well here in the group stage. He's running the ball well with Adrian Peterson. Alex Smith.
Let's pick up.
Pressure finally gets through, completes the pass to Conley at the 9-yard line. First down, Stickwork.
Yeah, and he's got the eye of the tiger. And remember, this is a kid that plays football. He's a competitor. He's a running back. He's used to everyone trying to come at him, take his head off, so he likes the competition. He thrives in these situations, is what he told me. And he said some of that football experience does give him a competitive edge in these situations because he's so used to being in those intense situations. And speaking of intensity, he puts up 6 on the board to take control of this game, man.
Big touchdown there by Stickwork to take the 7-3 lead over Skimbo.
Wow.
Skimbo, a top 6 ranked player in the world at Madden.
And
right now, the rookie has the lead on him.
And you got to think Skimbo feels comfortable that he's going to advance out of this group, but you don't want to get too comfortable. If Stickwork was to beat him and Joe Rice was to beat Dubby, we'd have 3 players stuck in a 2-1 situation, and it would come down to point diff. Though Skimbo has a very good point differential, it's like in an MMA fight. You don't want to leave it in the judge's hands. You got to just win the game in advance.
Take a look at this touchdown, RG. What's he do right there? He gets both feet in bounds, the back of the end zone.
It's a combination of a high pass and a possession catch, a very common combination that you'll see down there in the red zone, back of the end zone. Throw the ball high up to a big body, press that A button, let him toe tap, get his feet down, and that's exactly what the young buck did right there.
So Skimbo with a 3rd and 1 from the 34. 22 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Tevin Coleman brought down behind the line of scrimmage, and that brings up a tricky decision here for Skimbo on 4th and 1.
Only 11 seconds left in the first quarter. I wouldn't doubt if Skimbo takes this to the second quarter, just trying to get a look at the defensive formation. He quick hiked them. And he
overthrows Sanu. Unbelievable. Colt McCord had a man open, and let's look at that again, RG.
Yeah, I mean, you got Colt McCoy You got to be careful on 4th down, letting him air it out deep down the field. He had the flat route underneath that he's been throwing all day. Gets a little bit greedy towards the end of the day, and now has to pay for it, and Stickwork in complete control early on.
So Stickwork back in the I formation, handoff to Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson brought down at the 30, and that wraps up the first quarter.
Yeah, with a name like Stickwork, you're just constantly waiting for him to get nasty on the stick side. We've already seen that a couple times with Adrian Peterson, but every time he's running the ball to that left side of the line, it looks like he's ready to rip a big one.
Not gonna lie, we haven't seen a ton of this formation in these tournaments, and I'm kind of enjoying seeing it right now. As he motions McDonald left, out of that I. Handoff to Peterson again, and that was actually pretty bad stick work, as it looked like he had a hole there.
But the scary thing is you're seeing that hole open up. This is actually a very popular tactic right now. This is the offense that won the most recent Las Vegas Madden Challenger event, where guys are coming out in this power row, playmaker flipping the run from right to the left side, and then just running up that hole that opens up between the fullback and the tackle. And as you can see, even when it's getting blown up, he's still falling forward, getting a little bit of yardage at a time. If you're Skimbo, you're going to have to adjust to this, because it looks like Stickwork is ready to relentlessly run this power row up the field until Skimbo shows he can blow it up.
He's definitely had some runs where his stickwork was less impressive than others, but it never hurts to have Adrian Peterson at that position where you just kind of fall forward. You get those animations that you need to fall forward for a few extra yards. That time he picks up 3, bringing up 2nd and 7 here from the 21. 4:03 remaining here in the first half. Pressure on the right side, man open over the middle.
Wow.
It is James for the touchdown.
Wow, and look at the intensity of Stickwork. He knows he's one game away from advancing it out of this group, guaranteeing himself $6 grand and making a run at the Madden Championship. Like you said earlier, Ray, he's only ranked 100th. In order to make this Madden Championship, he needs to make a run here today. And after dropping his first game, he's starting to catch fire, and he's on Skimbo's head early on.
Nothing else. This is fantastic experience for Stickwork. Getting some great reps against great players here on the live stage, and he is not out of it.
Speaking of Stickwork, Skimbo almost returned another kick. Wonder if he would have stood up and pointed at me again, telling me he told me so.
Yeah, call the home run shot again.
That was fun. That was good times there.
McCoy out of the gun. Tevin Coleman.
Locked up.
Out of the backfield to block, but McCoy throws it out of bounds.
I love how Skimbo is so poised to not make mistakes. His willingness to throw the ball out of the way, get down with his quarterback, is just something that a lot of people are not willing to do, and it really helps him. As much as he passes the ball, he is so good at not turning that ball over, and that's not a trait that a lot of players have.
Some nice A-gap heat right there from Stickwork to bring up a 3rd and 18 here for Skimbo. So Colt McCoy barking out orders to his offense right now. Delayed slant on the left side. Skimbo looking for the corner route, cannot get to it. Colt McCoy throwing another inaccurate pass. Now it's 4th and 18 for Skimbo.
Oh man, frustrating if you're Skimbo. 4th and 18, you probably got to get your boot out, punt this rock. But punting the rock when you're down 2 possessions is an awful feeling, AJ.
One of the 16 competitors, Franchise GG, was backstage just talking about how much he is impressed with Stickwork's game. He said he really picked him to get out of this group. He likes what the young man shows.
Both the young men in this group, Joe Rice and Stickwork, were both the youngest players in this tournament, and they have both shown that they can compete on a high level. It's really awesome to see the youth putting in as much work as they've been putting in this Madden Championship series.
Yeah, I mean, this is very impressive for the youth.
Just 10 rushes, 49 yards. It's almost 5 yards a pop, AJ. Skimbo's going to have to do something.
Stickwork has the opportunity to beat the #1 and #6 player in the world right now in one day.
Yeah.
You don't get that opportunity very often. That is a tough group, and to come out of that 2-0, that would be impressive.
Yeah, that's how you make a name for yourself, huh? Let's see, Skimbo finally gets some run defense out, gets a block shed, gets Stickwork in a 3rd and 8, AJ. Let's see what type of prolific passing he has for this situation.
So Alex Smith out of the gun here. Adrian Peterson lined up to his left. He puts the slot man in motion.
Watch McDonald.
The slot man was to pick up the blitz, and he did it. And just like that, RG, you called it. McDonald with the grab, but he's marked just shy of that first down marker.
And you gotta watch out if you're stick work right here. 4th and inches is usually a give me, but not when you're going up against Mike Skim. This kid has phenomenal goal line defense. He's blown up the QB sneak in the inches time and time again on 4th down. Let's see if he can do it again. Nope.
Nice little quarterback sneak there by Stickwork to pick up the first.
And look at Skimbo. He's frustrated. He knows that was a situation where he could have got all types of momentum back. He has defense that allows him to blow up that quarterback sneak. Unfortunately for him, not able to execute right there, and Stickwork still in complete control of this first half.
Hand off to Adrian Peterson. Peterson is stopped at the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10 now for Stickwork here in the second quarter, late. Let's see if he has a 2-minute drive in here.
If I'm him, I'm concerned with, he snapped it too early. I was gonna say I would have been concerned with trying to kill clock, take as much time away as I can while moving the chains, and trying to make sure that Skimbo does not see the ball again before the end of this half, because how high-powered his offense is, if he was able to get the ball back with even 40 seconds or so, 30 seconds or so, Skimbo's the type of guy that could make something happen.
Conley motion to the left side as he flips the play. There's Jordy Nelson in motion, moving over to the right side of the field. On the delay, pressure from everywhere. Peterson was open. He runs it out of bounds at the 41. He's going to be short of the first down, though. So another 4th down decision here for Stickwork.
Yeah, that young man is 8 for 8 with 74 yards and 2 touchdowns. Stickwork getting it done right now, but Skimbo with another
Very
chance.
efficient.
4th down. Can you hold the door, Skim?
In the pistol this time. Handoff to Peterson. Peterson has space and a hole, and he is going to pick up that first down on his 13th carry right there, and he picks it up.
2nd, 4th down of the drive. You know Skimbo is not happy about that. You cannot let people continue to extend drives on 4th down multiple times on a possession. It's a great way to lose Madden games.
Alex Smith looking downfield. He has Nelson with the grab. And with that, he calls his first timeout.
Look at the quarterback slanging that rock. Hey,
Peterson up the middle. He has space across the goal line, and that is going to put Stickwork into a very commanding lead, RG, right here before the half.
Yeah, he's hoodied up. He's getting amped. He's bobbing around, and as he should be, up 21-3 on Skim. Look at the Stickwork on this touchdown. Boom, cut. Right up into the right. Nobody's going to catch me. I'm in for 6. Adrian Peterson, probably the MVP of this group so far.
So far, so good for Stickwork's draft, even though he wasn't super excited for it at the time. It has worked well for him, that playbook and that running back. And look at this. Skimbo's going to try to return another one. Tavin Coleman to the 10-5 end zone. Wow.
Yeah, he guaranteed me that he would return 1 kick for a touchdown.
He did not say 2.
He didn't say it would be 2, but this guy, Stickwork, is nasty. And no, I'm not talking about Stickwork. I'm talking about Skimbo Stickwork on special teams being the real deal. And he got himself back in the ball game. And we were talking about it. Earlier, AJ. You can't give Skimbo time like 30, 40 seconds because he'll do stuff like this, whether it's special teams, whether it's offense. The kid is explosive. Wow.
Kickoff will go through the end zone, and a very impressive touchdown there by Skimbo, which the situation looked very dire after that touchdown by Stickwork to take a 21-3 lead, but that is about as fast as you can score right there.
Oh my
Adrian
goodness.
Peterson has space.
He was on his horse and got tackled.
The last man in the secondary with the tackle. Stickwork will call his last time out.
Look at this. What a huge tackle. He was about to be off to the races, going for glory, and Skim clicks on and makes the conservative tackle to save the day.
Play action to Peterson, throws it to James. James not going to hang on to it. The ball is still live. Finally, it hits the turf.
Finally, an incomplete
12 seconds here. If you're just joining us, Beast Mode and Scheme in Advanced from Group A. Right now, we've got Skimbo versus Stickwork. Skimbo 2-0 so far in this Group B. Stickwork 1-1. W the surprise so far, going 0-2 in Group B.
Yeah, this has been a pretty exciting last minute of the half, eh? Uh-oh!
Completion to Butler, shy of the first down. That's going to end the half.
Lack of experience on that throw right there. Stickwork showing some of his age on that play because there was no reward. He wasn't going to take that for no timeouts. You weren't going to score a touchdown on that slant route, but it could have got picked the other way. Small mental lapse by Stickwork right there, but fortunately for him, it didn't cost him anything.
Matt Kornick, a.k.a. Stickwork, leads this one 21-10. Let's throw it to Tyler and the guys for our halftime.
All right, appreciate it, gentlemen. A lot is on the line right now. You know, we were talking a big game about Skimbo just rolling on through this group stage. Not so fast. Stickwork with a very impressive first half of football right there, Rico.
Absolutely. The score is 21-10, but this game is not as close as that score is. Stickwork has dominated this entire first half. Skimbo was 2-0, looking like he was about to run through everything like you said. He might not get out of this bracket.
Yes, and because we have to keep you updated right now, folks. Zach, let's go ahead and take a look at the other game going on right now. Dubby and Joe Rice very much alive.
Yeah, started out with a field goal, made it 3-0 for Philadelphia, and then Joe Rice came back 6-0. He trailed, but he decided to just go downfield. Lee hangs on to the catch, led to a 20-yard run for Gillislee, 7-6. Joe Rice tacked on another field goal to make it 10-6, but breaking news when it feels like breaking, Rico. 5 seconds left in the second quarter. Dubby just scored a touchdown, 13-10. He leads Joe Rice at the half.
Skimbo might need his buddy Dubby, or frenemy, should we say, to go ahead and beat Joe Rice if he wants to advance on to the next round. And in fact, we have Drea down on the sidelines with Skimbo right now. Drea, how's he feeling?
Hey, Tyler, Skim. Well, special teams really got you back in this game. How much of a lift was that for you mentally, just getting that?
I mean, it was good, you know. Point differential is big, and I need all the help I can get. You know, I'm overthrowing some pretty key passes.
I know how bad you want this. We talked about it off camera. Stickwork's offense has been on fire. How do you do a better job defensively countering that in the second half?
I know we scored 21 points, but honestly felt like I've done all right. Just getting the ball back in good position because I'm turning the ball over. That's about it.
All right, well, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it back to AJ and RG.
Thank you very much, Drea. RG, this is very interesting in this Joe Rice versus Dubby game. If Dubby hangs on to win, and then, of course, Skimbo loses, we might have three guys right there, at least two more guys in contention.
No, what would happen is the Skimbo was to come back and beat Stickwork, and Dubby was to win against Joe Rice.
Right,
we'd have three guys at 1 and 2.
Three guys at 1 and 2.
So there's a lot of different situations that could play out right here. The key for all of these players is don't worry about those situations. Just play to win the game, play to score points, and control what you can control.
And right now, Stickwork playing very well to win this game. He's already taken down the #1 player in the world.
Skimbo does get ball. Skimbo gets ball to start this half. He's up 11. If Skimbo could put a drive together to start this half back, he'll have all kinds of momentum, but he's still going to need to find some run defense.
Does it worry you, RG, that he hasn't scored on offense yet? His only touchdown is from special teams besides the field goal.
It's a little bit concerning, but when you're talking about Skimbo, a lot of time, it's only a matter of time before he starts getting points. Before the kick return even, I was worried that he would have had enough offense to score in that 30 seconds, even if he didn't return the kick. So we know he has the offense to do it. He just needs to put it together.
So Skimbo in the gun now. Tevin Coleman lined up to his right. Terrell Pryor in motion. He has him wide open on that delayed slant. Colt McCoy now 4 of 9 so far for Skimbo today, in this game anyway.
Yeah, statistically, it feels like Stickwork is dominating this game, both on the ground and through the air.
Nice little toe tap at the sideline by Virgil Green, but there's only a 1-yard gain on that one. So 2nd and 9, Skimbo moving quickly here. Out of the gun again. Colt McCoy up top. That is Mohamed Sanu coming down with the grab.
And just like that, Skimbo's in field goal range. It's walking right up the field. Stickwork looking very focused though, very locked in.
You can never count a guy like Skimbo out of it.
Absolutely not.
Skimbo rolling right, throwing over the middle again. That's Chad Johnson with the grab.
He's just picking up chunks now.
In that tricky area of the field here from the 14-yard line, inside the red zone.
Yeah, Stickwork kind of got caught in no man's land with his user defender. He didn't know if he wanted to guard the deep post or the slant, and there it is again. He's just getting caught in no man's land, and Skimbo taking advantage of it right up the seam. Look at that look. Confidence. Knows he just walked up like it was nobody's business against one of the top players in the world.
That Skimbo cuts into this lead now. It's going to be 17-21 with that extra point. And it looked like Stickwork could not get that linebacker back there to cover the man. He knew where it was going. He knew where that open space was, and he couldn't get back there fast enough.
Yeah, there was 3 plays on that drive where Stickwork didn't have great stickwork with his user defender and got caught kind of just guarding nothing. And when you're going up against Mike Skim, that is just not something you could do. This is a big drive right here, AJ, for Stickwork. Remember, Skimbo is in a better situation than he is. He could not take his foot off the gas, and he needs to respond to Skimbo on this drive, especially how quickly Skimbo just moved the ball down the field. If you're Skim, you got to watch out for Adrian Peterson.
So Peterson blown up right there at the 33-yard line. 2nd and 11 now is what it's going to bring up. I do like how Stickwork has relied on this running game. It's worked well for him so far.
He's also
continues to go to it.
He's also mixed up his formation very well. You saw he started off in an I form, kind of a big set on 1st down. Now you see him in an 11 personnel, gun wide trips on 2nd down. Great job of mixing up his personnel and his formations thus far in this game. Whereas opposed to Skimbo, who just stays in gun bunch all game long.
That time out of the gun, Connolly is hit hard after he grabs it by Moore, but he does hang on to the football and picks up another 1st down for Stickwork here. Back out in the gun. 2 running back set. He motions McDonald, the tight end, back onto the line of scrimmage, back to what he had. Adrian Peterson with the handoff. The workhorse gets the ball, but does not pick up much there. 2nd and 9. So with a 21-17 lead, Stickwork from the 45-yard line here in the 3rd quarter. Leading Skimbo right now, but Skimbo fighting back. He does not want to give the ball back to Skimbo without scoring some points right here. Alex Smith backpedaling. Pressure from both sides.
Oh, no!
Interception.
Oh,
that is going to be 6. Coleman into the end zone, touchdown.
Skimbo standing up. He's standing up. That's that Landon Collins that he said would be making big plays for him. Gets the pick 6 and is now back in control of this game. And for the youngin' Stickwork, that's so frustrating. You've been playing phenomenally thus far. You've been playing so phenomenal, and now you find yourself in a situation where you're down 3 against one of the best players in the country. Let's look at this pick 6, Vintage.
Happened so fast, we almost thought it was a catch there. Just like that, Collins is into the end zone for the touchdown. And Skimbo has the 3-point lead. Look how quickly things can change. So Stickwork, who looked phenomenal in the 1st half, has already given up 2 quick touchdowns here to Skimbo in the 2nd.
Wow. Well, we said Skimbo needed to avoid turning the ball over earlier in the game. Stickwork now really needs to avoid turning the ball over after that pick 6. I don't like how Skimbo has 2 safeties back when Stickwork's in this I formation. You see that hole that's opening it up? He has so much daylight, If someone's in an I formation, AJ, most likely they want to run the ball. And you keep both your safeties back there in a cover 2 shell, usually not the best strategy to stop the run in that situation. There it is again. He keeps those 2 safeties back there.
Another handoff to Adrian Peterson, who has 90 yards and a touchdown on the day. But now he's looking at a 3rd and 9. What does he have in his arsenal? It seems like Skimbo has started to key in on what he was doing in the first half.
He's been having a good time throwing these crossing routes way over there. He's been having a lot of success with it. Let's see if he goes back to it.
Alex Smith, 10 of 11 on the day so far. Throws to Peterson. Peterson falls forward as he usually does. And he does pick up a first down.
Skimbo not happy. He wanted the 4th and 1 situation. He wanted a chance to hold the door.
It was definitely close, but they mark him with the first down. 44. Hand off to Peterson. Peterson wins 1 tackle battle, then finally brought down on his 20th carry.
If you're Stickwork, you're still not very comfortable. You're about 15 yards away from field goal range, and you need to get there at least to be able to tie this game. So if you're Skimbo, you still need to get stingy and not let him get in field goal range so you can maintain this lead. Looks like we're going to go to the 4th. Putting our 4s up.
I think we're putting our 4s up, RG, here on 2nd and 4. So Stickwork going to let the clock run out there on the 3rd quarter. Moving the ball nicely here on this drive.
I mean, he needs to keep it together. Remember, he was up 11 at one point in this game. Now he finds himself down 3 in the 4th quarter.
He's up 21-3 at one point.
I like when he's running that ball out of the I normal. There's a lot of daylight. He hasn't capitalized on it every time, but there's often holes that are there for the big run when he's in that I formation. The problem is he's a little bit too one-dimensional when he's in that formation. You need to have a little pass play to mix it up.
Slot man in motion, Peterson. There's Butler over the middle. Does he hang on to it? No, he does not. 4th and 3 is the situation that Stickwork is looking at now. This is tough.
Look at Skim. This is a huge play, AJ. This is huge. Who's going to stand up? Who wants to get it done right here?
Skimbo hasn't had a ton of success.
You got to watch McDonald.
Holding on 4th down. Let's see if he can hold the door here.
Blocking.
Alex Smith backpedaling, pressure from both sides. He has Conley. Conley
he held it.
Hangs on to it. First down.
He loves that crossing route to Conley. He's been throwing it all game long. Sends him across the field, gets in that sweet spot of the zone. Fortunate he held on to it, though, as he got hit
that
right
was
when
close.
he caught it.
That was
very
definitely close.
Could have went either way.
This time it's Virgil Green out of the backfield in the flats.
Oh, he dropped it.
Pickup of 7. Four minutes remaining here in this ball game.
Wow, he actually dropped that. Skimbo with the rock.
Oh my goodness. So Skimbo now with a 3-point lead. And let's see if Stickwork can hold on to it. We mistakenly called that a first down, and it was not.
He pulled a Larry on that one.
That was tough. Tough break there. I thought we both thought he held on to the football, and it is now a 4th down the other way.
I mean,
Skimbo looking at 4th and 13. Both guys playing lockdown defense.
and Skimbo telling Stickwork, good defense, and absolutely, if you're Stickwork, to turn it over on the 4th down and then make Skimbo go 3 and out like that fast, that's huge for your momentum, and you're going to get the ball back with a chance to take the lead in the 4th quarter. That was a huge defensive stand right there by Stickwork. Way to step up.
That one goes out, the punt goes out of bounds at the 12-yard line. That is where Stickwork will start this drive. He needs points on this drive. Only 2:48 remaining. Both players do have all their timeouts, though. Stickwork down by 3 here to Skimbo. Skimbo 2-0 here in the group. Stickwork 1-1.
Uh-oh.
Adrian Peterson with the rock again. 22 carries for over 100 yards. That is a good day for your workhorse running back.
Some of that's a little frustrating. You'd ask me, RG, why is that frustrating? He got an 11-yard gain. Well, that 11-yard gain looked like it could have been about 60 yards had he been able to broke a tackle. And when you're not able to take full potential of some of the running lanes that you're getting, it can be very, very frustrating, AJ. You only get those big holes that open up like the Red Sea every so often, and you need to take advantage of them. Stickwork not able to take full advantage right there.
Back in the eye.
What a tackle.
Great defense there by Skimbo, forcing a 3rd and 9 now. So he's going to force him potentially to throw the rock here. He's been handing the ball off to Peterson as much as he possibly can.
24 carries. Talk about sticking with your game plan. He said he wanted to run the ball, and boy, is he running the ball.
I just find it so impressive that this is a guy who is traditionally a passing offense. 71% of the time is what he usually passes the ball. And that is from our online single limit group stage.
That's part of draft champions, AJ. You got to be able to adapt, and he's done a more than exceptional job of doing that so far until he throws the yick right to Skim.
Alec Ogletree with the interception as he goes up and gets that one. That is a tough mistake there by Stickwork.
Wow.
He really needs a win here. We will have to wait and see the results of the other game off stream between Dubby and Joe Rice, but right now,
this is intense.
Skimbo is trying to force Stickwork into a 1-and-2 situation. Leading this game 24-21, 1:31 remaining. It's the last couple games in Group B right now. Throwing over the middle, he's got his man, that's Chad Johnson.
That's several times that he's just catching Stickwork in no man's land. You got to have better Stickwork when you're lurking around. You can't just be standing in the middle of the field, not guarding the post and not guarding the slant. He's trying to make up his mind which one he wants to guard, and he's not guarding either one. And Skimbo's obviously taking the deep post down the middle of the field each time, and he's hit him with that about 4 or 5 times in this game already.
Tevin Coleman with the carry on the left side. He picks up 2 yards, bringing up 3rd and 5 there.
Skim could end the game with this 5 yards, AJ. This is big. If you're Stickwork, you got to make something
to use
happen.
His last timeout.
You got to make it happen, Stickwork.
Chad Johnson motion right. Colt McCoy.
Good defense.
Rolling
Sent
right.
the spy.
There goes the spy, and he just slides.
Yep, and that's what Skimbo does. And you know why the slide is so brilliant right there, AJ? Because instead of throwing the ball away, he slides and he keeps the clock moving. Had he thrown the ball away, the clock would have stopped.
Very good heads-up play there.
Skimbo is brilliant.
Looking to take a 6-point lead here. He's got about 15 seconds he can chew off the clock.
Don't get your kick blocked. Imagine the Stickwork was to block this kick and take it the other way.
We've seen one already today, and then Skimbo almost had one in the first half. That one splits the uprights, though, and Skimbo will take a 27-21 lead.
But you got, Stick. You got about 30 seconds. You feel like returning a kick on special teams. You feel like putting a Tom Brady-type drive together in 36 seconds. What you gonna do, man?
This is where that running offense starts to become very difficult in situations like this. He needs to pull something big out of his hat, out of this playbook that he wasn't initially super comfortable with. He made, as you said, kind of a rookie mistake, taking the wrong playbook.
Stick's got the family watching right now. You know they're on the edge of his seat. His mom, Sheila, his pops, Tim, rooting their son on. Let's see if he can get it done in 36 seconds, say, and get some glory.
Wide receiver motion left.
Dot.
B looked open, but so is X, and he does come down with it. But he does not get both feet in bounds, RG.
That's frustrating. And that took about 6 seconds off of the clock. That would have been huge for Stickwork. Let's see if he goes right back to it.
Slot receiver in motion. Stickwork out of the gun. Alex Smith. Plenty of time, nobody open, trying to throw it into coverage. That one's swatted away by the Skimbo secondary.
Lucky that didn't get picked off. Donnie Moore, our ratings are in the back, probably crunching the numbers right now to see who's going to get out of this group.
Stickwork with his final possession of the day, potentially. Alex Smith almost sacked there, throws an incomplete pass, so 4th and 10 now.
Look at Skimbo still sending heat, not just maxing out his coverage, putting the pressure on Stickwork, not giving him time to make reads deep downfield.
Wide receiver in motion, motioned left. Alex Smith.
Good blitz pickup.
Looking for anything.
Gotta let it go. You
Not
gotta
much
let it go.
open. Throws it incomplete. And he turns the ball over on downs. That's going to end this one 27-21 as Skimbo takes over on downs and goes into the victory formation.
Wow. Yeah, hats off to Stickwork. He came and he fought hard against elite level competition. But the story is Mike Skim going 3-0 on his quest to be a champion.
So great game there by Skimbo, who comes back and wins it. And with that, RG, we have a treat here. We're going to jump into this other game in progress. We've got Dubby versus Joe Rice.
Let's do it. And Dubby's down 2 to Joe Rice. Dubby guaranteed me he wouldn't lose to Joe Rice, AJ, and he looks like he's in some trouble right now.
You can't guarantee anything in these games of Madden, but right now, Dubby in those Eagles uniforms looking for a first down on 4th and 3.
Joe Rice is looking to advance if he can hold on.
And he does.
And he does. Everybody counted out Joe Rice. And no, he's not a 49ers fan. The Joe Rice persona was actually his pop's old gamer tag that got handed down to him, and he's carrying on the legacy. Joe Rice, the Cinderella story, is coming to the ball.
And that moniker Joe Rice has worked out for him today so far.
Wow.
Looks like he's going to hang on to win this one 31-29 against the #1 player in the country.
Oh, man, he breathes a sign of relief. He is so happy right now. Look at him. Look at that emotion.
Joe
Nobody
Rice
thought he could do it. Everybody doubted him. And he is going to advance out of the group. And it was great, AJ, because as you saw the players watching his game, they were all sitting to themselves and they're like, you know what? Joe Rice is tougher than we thought. And he just earned the respect of his peers and got out of this group. And we're going to get to see him on Sunday.
It's crazy how things panned out in this Group B. Skimbo, who looked like he might potentially lose that game to Stickwork. Stickwork, who looked like he could potentially get out of the groups, now going 1-2. Joe Rice goes 2-1 and does move out. Stickwork goes 1-2. Dubby, the #1 player in the world, goes 0-3. That is crazy.
We're at the Madden Challenge. Crazy things happen, eh?
All right, with that, we're going to throw it to Darrelle with our post game.
All right, well, Joe Rice, congratulations. What did you think about the toughness you displayed today? You're young, you're letting the Madden community know what's up.
The biggest person I want to talk to is Rico, actually.
Rico!
At dinner last night, Rico said I had a better chance of drowning Aquaman than getting out of this group. And Rico also said he will do 5 push-ups on stream if I get out of my group. So we need to see this.
Wow, Rico, you have been put on blast.
No, not at all. And guys, please make sure you back me up on this. I gave him so much grief to put a battery in his back. I bought the Joe Rice stock early today and told everybody, look for him to be amazing. I'm going to give you your 5 push-ups because you stood up today and you showed everybody that you had the grit and determination to get out of that group. That was absolutely phenomenal. But just know you had a big fan here today.
Joe, I got to be honest, yeah, he did. The entire game he was saying, I'm buying Joe Rice stock, I'm buying Joe Rice stock. So
He tried to sell the Joe Rice stock during the safety. He tried to sell the stock during the safety incident there, Joe Rice. What happened on the safety incident, Joe Rice? I got to know.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened on the safety incident?
Yeah, did you hear that? Did you hear what he said? What happened on the safety incident?
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. You know,
No word.
My finger slipped.
Okay. Well, congratulations. We'll just leave it at that. And Skimbo is up here with me as well. Skimbo wants to give you props real quick. Skim, it was a tough comeback. You turned it around. You were tenacious. Overall, what kind of a statement do you think that made in the second half?
It went good. You know, I said my defense was good at halftime. Did I give up a point in the at second half?
No.
I don't think I did. But, man, I heard talk all week that he said he was going to put me in a bag all week. He even told some of my homeboys that, so there's no way I was going to lose to him, you know.
Wow, so that was kind of behind what you were telling me off stage, that you really wanted this one. It was the trash talk that really lifted it up, and you were like, heck no.
Yeah, I don't want to throw any more salt in the wound, you know, because he's out, but I wasn't going to let him beat me.
Well, congratulations. You are moving on. What do you want to say to your fans out there, the Skimbo fans, the diehard Skim people?
Hey, man, let's get it, you know. One game at a time, baby.
One game at a time. Let's send it to Tyler and the guys.
Well, that would be 3-0 for Skimbo on the day. You know, we said it before, man on the mission.